Sycanis IV. A simple mining world in the Ultima Segmentum, the people of this backwater dust ball found themselves the center of a large amount of attention when they discovered that the planet's crust contained strange blue crystals, unseen before within the Imperium. Auspex scans from the Mechanicus personnel on world showed that these crystals had the unique and formidable ability to amplify all forms of energy, but most especially psychic energy, making them immensely valuable, as well as immensely dangerous. The Inquisition saw fit to send the Inquisitor Corax Drogal from the Ordo Hereticus to keep an eye on the excavation of these so-called Mind Spike crystals, so as to ensure that they were not falling into the wrong hands and to assess their validity as a potential resource for those sanctioned psychers within the Imperium. All was progressing well, though Drogal's reports indicated that while the crystals could certainly make existing psychers more powerful, they might also possess the potential to make a normal individual into a witch on their own. He promised to investigate more thoroughly, to keep in check any potential threats the crystals may cause. His last transmission was 3 standard years ago. It stated simply, "Cultists and traitors are present. The Mind Spike have been compromised. Recommend immediate cleanse and recapture." Suspecting potential demonic incursion, the Imperium has dispatched a small force of the esteemed Grey Knights of the Ordo Malleus. Led by Champion Battlereports Thule, the most holy of Space Marines intended to cleanse all chaos and demonic taint from Sycanis IV. However, unknown to the Inquisition, the cult mentioned by Drogal was actually a sect of humans who had converted to the Way of Tau. They had been slipping information, and even samples of the crystals, to envoys in secret for years. With the masterful craftsmen of the Bobcatt growing more and more interested in the possibilities these materials possessed, they believed that this would get them a better place within the Empire. When discovered, however, the converts triggered several major failures in the settlement's ventilation systems, therefore poisoning the air in the entire complex, suffocating both the guards and the workers. Holed up in one of the few breathable areas, the survivors have sent a message to their benefactors in the Tau Empire. The Ethereals and Generals of Bobcatt agreed that the assets on the world were of massive value, and so Task Force Phantom Ray was sent to resolve the crisis. Under the command of the newly promoted Shaz-O Tathus, the task force has been asked to rescue the survivors, as well as many crystals as they can, and bring both back to the Empire to be integrated and studied. Upon discovering that this was not, in fact, Chaos entities, but rather Xenos forces that they would be facing, the Grey Knights did not shirk their duty. None could know how long it would take for the Death Watch to arrive, and the Mind Spike crystals present too great a threat to allow to fall into Xenos hands, even the psychically neutral Tau. The Xenos shall learn, claimed Battlereports Thule, that though specialized for slaying denizens of the warp, the glaives of the Grey Knights cleave alien flesh just fine. On the Tau's part, Shaz-O Tathus has heard of these Platinum Space Marines and the unique powers that they wield, even though he has never faced them on the battlefield. He and his Firecast warriors are unafraid. Through Ion Blast and Railgun Slug, they shall show these brutes that Tau technology is just as dangerous as the fangs of any so-called demon. Upon the red sands of Sycanis IV, Imperial faith and the technology of Tau shall clash. Only one of these armies will be leaving Sycanis IV fully intact, the other returning home broken and bloodied, if they return at all. Who shall claim the Cobalt Prize buried in the sands of Sycanis IV, and who shall find themselves buried there?